Hello, Internet! I'm Tyler Pixley, gameplay programmer for Team Movement, and we made Hangtime. It's our student project for our 3D game development capstone. We made this in 4 months using Unity 4.6.2. Unity 5 came out during development, and we were not going to make that switch. But yeah, Hangtime is a third-person, over-the-shoulder, action-adventure type platformer based entirely around a swinging grapple beam type mechanic. And I think it's a lot of fun. I should hope so. I'm the one who developed the mechanic. So yeah, I'm going to do a quick playthrough of Hangtime, talk about how development went, talk about the game itself, and talk about the various things that I think are really cool about it. So let's start our adventure. Ready to go again? Very cryptic opening message. So yeah, here we are. Standard PC, like over-the-shoulder, first-person controls, WASD to move. You actually can't swing sideways in this game, but A and D would be left and right, mouse to look. We do have PS4 controller support out of the box on the Mac version. We haven't been able to get it to work just in general for the Windows version yet, because Unity's handling of controllers is really bad. It should theoretically work if you set it up yourself, because in the Unity launcher there is the input configuration thing. But out of the box on the Mac version, it works. I'm playing the Windows version and I'm a PC gamer, so I'm more comfortable with the keyboard and mouse. But controller support is there. Our world awaits beyond this door. Again, very cryptic. So, you've been shipwrecked. There's your ship over there. As you can see, it's leaking fluid and there are fish flying by. Hey, you're stranded, so our only hope is to go forward. So, by now you've noticed the awesome music that was done by our lead designer and audio engineer, Rob Luckfield. Very, very talented. Glad to have had him lead the team. So throughout this game you'll hear really good music. That's the two tenets of our design were the swinging mechanic and having really cool music. Here we go! Use the super swinger on the node to get started. The super swinger being the thing that's attached to our right wrist. If you can see that. So yeah, let's go over here. See our reticle turn blue. Click. Let's left click. Right trigger on the PS4 controller. And here we are. We're swinging around. Woo! And click again to detach. Land. Nice! Follow these ramps and start swinging across the gaps ahead. So yeah, we got these ramps. Basically, ramps mean forward. If you don't see a ramp, you're going backwards. Nailed it! Don't worry about falling. In the grand scope of things, it's a small setback. This next one's a bit farther off the ramp. Nah, I think I can make it. I can totally make it. Uh-oh, I can't make it. Obviously I did that on purpose, but yeah. See, you just come right back. Every time you land, a new checkpoint is established, except in a very specific exception case, which we'll maybe get to later. But yeah, otherwise every time you land you get a new checkpoint, so if you mess up on a certain run of nodes, as we call them, you go right back to where you started on that, so you don't get set too far back. Killer! But the paths ahead only get harder. Press and hold spacebar. So yeah, we have a mechanic, because you don't actually have a whole lot of control, and by not a whole lot, I mean you technically don't have any... Oh, that doesn't have a collider. This is a pre-release version of the game, by the way. So, if things get really out of control, like you're just swinging the wrong way, like you're swinging perpendicular to the direction you want to go, you can just press and hold spacebar or the X button on the DualShock, and you'll stop at the bottom of the swing, and when you let go, you'll start moving in the correct direction. You shouldn't have to make too much use of it. Spacebar is also jump, though. So yeah, really simple stuff. You'll see the score counter up in the top right-hand corner. Each node's worth 5 points. There we go, we got a string of these. So, as you'll see at the bottom, we have a total node count and a total hang time count. That's for each run, that gets set for each run. So, that was 3 nodes, and I was in the air between nodes for 2.14 seconds, which... Oh. Okay, weird bug there. Again, pre-release version. So here we're presented with a choice. We got the blue path and the red path. Well, I don't know. Red's a nasty color. It's like bad things happen with red. So I'm gonna go with blue. Okay, that really needs to be fixed. So yeah, pretty simple beginning. I mean, this is only the first level of this awesome cave environment here. The modeling for this, you can see these awesome like crystal models, cave model, or platform models, node models. Those were done by a bunch of us, Nicole, John, and Rob. And what you just saw me do there is I took a shortcut. Those blue nodes take you places, and some of them will take you a lot farther through the level. Like, some of them will take you just, like, to the next string of nodes or whatever. But some of them will take you across the level, and that's a shortcut, so we got 1,000 points out of that. So yeah, here we are at the end of the level. We managed to skip all those nodes over there. Neat. But yeah, and then we'll just cross this bridge, and we can get to this door. And the door will lead us to the next level. But yeah, I have nothing but good things to say about about the team. Tosan, our final member, was the back-end, like, UI, animation, sound stuff programmer. So he did a lot of grunt work, whereas I got to focus on things on a high level. So yeah, completion time 6 minutes 4 seconds. Not great time, but I was kind of logging around to show you guys things. Time bonus 2360. There's a par time, and the difference between your par time and the completion time is your time bonus. Node use bonus, hang time bonus, shortcut bonus, and we have our total score. Cool. So yeah, here we are, level 2. What? Oh. There's no wall behind us. That's weird. This place is very strange. So yeah, level 2, we got our, like, cave forest level. Things get a little more difficult in here. Birdies! Look at the birdies. They fly away. I made them do that. What do you have to say? Taking the right path. Does it always have to be harder? I wonder. Does it always pay off in the end? Well, you know what? You've talked me into it. I'm gonna take the right path this time. Jump. So, you might notice that, like, every time I attach to a node, the music changes a little. There's like a couple of notes that it plays, and then when I land after a string of nodes, those sounds get added to the music. Rob really wanted to do that. We integrated Wise, that's W-W-I-S-E, into our game, and that gave us the ability to do all this dynamic music stuff. Personally, I don't recommend ever doing that because it's kind of a pain in the butt. But it worked really well for us. I wish the same could be said for some of the other teams in the Capstone class, but such is life. But yeah, so just swinging around. Nodes are a little bit farther apart. You get to see more interesting things. Actually, up here, maybe you see in the distance, maybe you don't. But we'll get there and you'll see it. So yeah, this blue node isn't a shortcut because it just takes us where we go. So, see that purple node? Yeah, those are introduced to this level. They move back and forth. Oh. So you gotta be really careful. They're really difficult to work with. But it's kind of rewarding, shakes things up, I think. It's actually kind of a late addition. I was really happy about it because it uses the same framework that the blue nodes do, because the blue nodes have an array of points they need to get to along their path, and the same system is in place for the purple nodes, just you swing around them while they move, and they're always moving. It's really cool stuff. I'm really happy with it. So, you might notice that swinging's a bit weird. It's not following the like proper laws of physics. I'm just like it picks a speed basically for me. I'm swinging around the node all the way around and not losing a whole lot of speed. Well, it's because it's the swing system isn't physically based. I scripted it. Turns out, using physics packages for gameplay elements makes gameplay elements unpredictable and really difficult to work with. So I ended up scrapping that. I tried really hard to get that to work physically. It didn't happen. But I'm really happy with what we ended up with. Man, this purple node is not cooperating with me tonight. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of the unpredictability. You gotta be really careful about what you do. Aha! And, I didn't make it. Oh well. See, we're right back here. Let's see, you gotta be careful with the purple nodes. But yeah, I scripted myself. Actually just finished writing a blog post about how I did it. It's really cool. It's, oh, come on. It's based on a blog post by the guy who did the swinging system in the Spider-Man 2 game for, like, the 6th generation consoles, like PS2, Xbox, GameCube. Let's try this. I'm still not making it. It's tough. It's tough. We didn't want this game to be, like, super easy. So, like, even though I made these systems, I'm still not 100% at it. I mean, I'm better than a lot of people I've seen play thus far. But yeah, so I read his blog post and he didn't get like a complete thing, but it was a good starting point. And so there we go. So I adapted that and I wrote all about it in this blog post. It's like 2,000 words long, but I think it's a good read. Gives some pseudocode to how to do it yourself, because I feel like people should be able to replicate game mechanics that they like, and like it's important to me that people should be able to learn this stuff. I mean, I've had to learn this stuff. I'm up until like 6 days ago, I was a student. But yeah, I'm really happy with how it turned out. It's really robust. Like, I have not touched the core logic in well over 3 months. No, 2.5. So what I did there, I boosted my score there by grabbing onto that node that's actually part of a different chain. Because Hangtime, the mechanic, not Hangtime, the game. Well, the game rewards the mechanic more heavily than going quickly through the level. So you got 2,900 points out of that. So I'd say that's a pretty good score. So now we're on our final level. This is our Volcano level. It feels like ages since we've known anything other than to swing. I really like the soundtrack for this one. Rob kind of it sounds like Rob used the Fire Temple from Ocarina of Time as his influence for this, and he did a really good job with it. I mean, I have nothing but good things to say about Rob's music design. I really respect him as a musician, sound effects producer, because he did every single sound thing in the game. We made a game of it all. We maxed our Hangtime, perfected our stylish poses. Seems like an entire culture built around this. Hey, I'd take part in a culture that just swings around on energy beams all day. Sounds like fun. Sounds like it is fun. I'm having fun. So let's see, other thoughts I have. We've all left our mark, but only those with the highest scores leave records that last. I'm gonna go this way this time. I went blue, red, blue. So yeah, and basically, we really wanted the player to feel like they're going fast. So like, see these particles flying by. I don't know if they're too visible because YouTube compression is pretty bad. But I have those generate to give you some perspective. I took inspiration from games like Wing Commander and Star Citizen, to where they have dust flying by when you're flying through space. Because, oh, yeah, he's over there. We even wrote songs, played our praises to the creators before us. Yeah, I totally messed that up. Like, it's like you're flying through space, and there's not really a good way to have a sense of scale in space. So they use what they call speed dust. So I took that principle and applied it to Hangtime. Because we have really large environments, like level 3, level 2 and level 3 are like a kilometer and a half in size. Like these are really big levels, and like there's a lot of empty space in them. So it can be difficult to tell how big things are, how far you are from stuff. So just putting in the speed dust really helps with that, I feel like. I actually did most of the particle work in this game. So like the fish you saw swimming by in the title screen at the very beginning of level 1, I did those. You're going to see up here the best particle effect in the game, I feel like. But we've always felt stuck. Do you know what that's like, to feel trapped? Yeah, coming up here in a bit is going to be like a really impressive effect. Speaking of impressive effects, in addition to my duties as gameplay programmer, I also did a bit of work with the shaders, because we kind of wanted like a kind of a cartoony shader. So I did the shader work. I didn't do the shader from scratch because I didn't know anything about Unity's shader language before this. But I did modify the shader we ended up using, and also generate some other stuff with it. So like the waterfalls you saw on levels 1 and 2, like the changes in color and the oscillation in the meshes, those are all handled by the shader. And also the lava, which you probably didn't see too much of because I've been going pretty quickly. Oh, I totally didn't read that to you. I'm sorry. So if we peer over this edge up here, there's some lava down there. And you can see it slowly undulating, changing color. I did that. It was a lot of work. I'm not going to claim it was easy. I mean, I'm a gameplay guy, not a graphics programmer. But yeah, I made that work, and I'm really proud of it. We're a bit high up, like that's really far down, so you can't really see it moving all that much, but the more common examples, like the pools of lava on the various platforms, you'll see it undulate a bit. Obviously slowly, because lava is a very viscous substance. Uh-oh! Uh-oh! Volcano's erupting! Are we gonna make it out? Are we gonna make it out? No, 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 don't roast me, don't roast me. No, 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 no. Ooh, that was close. We made it. So yeah, Volcano's erupting behind us. I did that particle effect. Put a lot of work into that one. And also got the lava to rise, which I actually have to resize the mesh. Pardon me. I apologize for that. I got a call. Had to take it. But, yeah. So, lava, particle effects, I did that stuff. Because it's kind of a technical skill, and the more artistic people on our team don't have as firm a grasp on technical stuff as, say, I do. Not bragging there, it's just, that's just the way it ended up. It was easier for me to do it in between, like, balancing the gameplay mechanics and stuff. But yeah, almost there. We're almost to the end. Ooh, got some really good hang time out of that one. Doop. Yeah. So you want to, if you really want to pad your score, you want to spend the most amount of time between nodes, like latch on at the very last second. That'll really help your score. So here we are. We are approaching the end. Not a super long game. I mean, again, we did make this in 4 months. But, I'm back. Oh, no! Oh, okay. So we put in a button that allows the player to reset their position, because sometimes they get stuck, sometimes mesh colliders. As solid as Unity is, like, despite the fact I'm a pretty hardcore PC gamer, I'm not super hostile towards Unity. It's good at what it does. I mean, its portability is a really good asset to it, but the way it handles colliders based upon the mesh it's attached to is not super great. So it kind of screwed me there, which is unfortunate. But yeah, here we are, the final door leading to the end. And not a super great completion time, and that was kind of due to the call and stuff, and also that I got stuck. But yeah, so not a great score. We almost made it. Come just a little further. Well, I don't want to spoil the ending for you, because I want you to play it. So I'm gonna stop the recording here, so you can get Hangtime from the UT Gamma site. The link for that will be in the description of this video. You will also be able to find it on Desura once we make some minor bug fixes. You saw a couple while watching. But once we get those, we will be posting it on Desura for free. This game is completely free. You can download it for Mac, Linux, and Windows. And it's pretty... I'd say it's pretty portable in regards to like the range of hardware it runs on, because I mean, it runs on 4-year-old MacBook Pros at, I mean, yeah, it's at the lowest setting, but it's at the native resolution and it runs pretty well. I mean, I'm running this on fantastic settings on a GTX 760 on this computer, so of course it's gonna look pretty good. But yeah, I mean, it's... I hope you play it. I really want people to play this, and I think I speak for the entire team when I say that. We're really proud of what we've done, and so like I said, it's free. You can pick it up on the Gamma site or Desura when that becomes available. I've been Tyler Pixley for Team Movement. Thank you for watching, and thank you for playing.